Welcome to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast, where I share my insight to help you move through your perimenopause and menopausal years with ease. In this podcast, I talk about natural solutions for balancing your hormones and empowering you to move away from the symptoms like fatigue, mood swings, hot flashes, and resistant weight loss to feeling vibrant, confident, and full of energy as you age gracefully. Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast. Today, I want to talk about a subject that has been a part of my life lately, and I want to share my story with you so that you know what you can do if or when this happens to you. But not only that, but I want to teach you how to prevent it, right? Because that's the most important part. We don't want to get to this point. And what I'm talking about is burnout. Most of us women are running around 100 miles an hour. We are doing all the things. We're barely stopping to eat or to sleep, right? We're just putting ourselves dead last on that list of things to do. And maybe this is you. If so, keep listening. What happens when we do this? So here's the thing. Whether you think that you can go 100 miles an hour and do other things, and you're like, but I don't feel that bad, eventually your body is going to say, enough is enough. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And what happens is you end up with constant fatigue. Maybe you're not sleeping. Maybe even after a full night of sleep, you wake up and you're just mentally, physically exhausted. Maybe you have brain fog. You can't think. You can't process things. Maybe you have a lot of mood swings, increased irritability. Hello, me. Maybe you're feeling a lot more anxiety. You're just kind of overwhelmed. You feel like you're going like this all the time, and you're constantly in a state of like, I don't even know how to explain it, but I know that you know how I feel. I know that you've been there, right? Maybe you're not sleeping. You have trouble falling asleep. You're waking up. You're not able to go back to sleep. You don't have any motivation to do anything, at all. Not even to get up and to go turn the channel on the TV. You're craving sugar and you need caffeine to keep you going. Maybe you have this weight that's just piling on and you're like, I'm not changing anything. What is happening? Why is it continuing to grow? Why is my belly growing bigger? Maybe you're getting sick a lot more. You're just lost joy of life. Doing all the things that you used to enjoy, you just kind of feel like you have no passion. You have no drive to do anything. Maybe you're also experiencing some bloating issues or digestive issues, aches and pains. Maybe you just feel like you're just surviving every single day, and you feel like you're just barely getting through to the end of your day. And I get it. For me, burnout feels like, and I know this because I just went through it, pure exhaustion. I have no motivation or even love for the things that I know that I love to do. I love working with clients. I love seeing my clients. I love going to work out. I love teaching bootcamp classes. But when I get to a point where I don't even care, then I know that I have a problem, right? I have lots of mood swings. I get angry for no reason. I cry for no reason. I struggle to get out of bed. I lay in bed because I'm an early morning person. I love morning. But when I wake up in the morning and I do not want to get out of bed and I roll over and I just dread getting out of bed, again, I know that I'm not in a good place. And I don't really care about anything at all. Literally just want to crawl in a hole, not speak to anybody, not do anything. I'm just done. And that's where I was at the beginning of April. I was just done with everything. Like, I remember coming home and looking at my husband and wanting to cry and thinking, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm so exhausted. I don't want to do this anymore. And it's not a fun place to be, because someone who loves to do all the things, to be that person and be like, I can't do it anymore. Excuse me. It's frustrating. It's disheartening. It hurts. But thankfully, I have a very understanding husband. And he knows that when I get like that, the only thing I can do to recover is to get away. When I'm at home, I'm on 24/7. Doesn't matter. Right there, I'm sure you know, as a woman, there's cooking, there's cleaning, there's errands, there's everything going on. The only time that I can literally turn my brain off and just learn to, and just relax and laugh again at life is when I go away, when I get away from the house. And that's what we did. Thankfully, I know like about every 3 months I kind of get this way because I will go 120 miles an hour until I get there. Knowing, oh, good, I'm going to take 4 days off. But the thing is, I can't keep allowing myself to get burnt out. I'm getting older. My hormones are not handling it as well, right? And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But that's what we did. We went on vacation. It was amazing. It was the best vacation ever. Even there was things, it was kind of ironic because when I was home, I was like angry about everything. Everything irritated the crap out of me. Just made me so angry. There, I was like, it's hot. It's okay. I'm sweating. It's okay. I'm hungry. It's okay. Like, I just felt like I was in such a better place. And I could handle the things that life was throwing at me because I was taking care of me, right? And I think that, and so now I feel like I'm about 85% there, but I have some things going on for my hormones that I'm currently working on. So that's my focus right now. On top of learning to not let myself get that far out of control, right? And I know there are many women out there that feel the same way because they come to me and they're just like, especially when they come they come to me and they're like, okay, I need to make a change, but I don't have time. I have this going on, this going on, this going on. Guess what, honey? We're going to take it one step at a time. That's the only way that you can do this is one thing at a time. Focus on what we need, what we can do in that moment to get you to a place where I can handle this, right? Because otherwise you just feel like you need to escape for life. I don't want to feel like I always have to escape. I want to be able to manage this as I'm here, present, in my home. So I have to find ways to do that, as do you. Because there's life to be done, right? There's life to be done, and we cannot stop doing it. So what I'd like to teach you about is how to not let yourself get to this point. Yes, I need to take my own advice. Sometimes I'm better at giving advice than I am at taking it, but I think we're all that way, right? But I want you to know that I am too human. I am human. And I struggle with these things just like you do. So how can we not let ourselves get to this point? Well, you want to have some simple lifestyle practices in place to help you. If not for anything, just to take the edge off until you can take a break. So you don't get to the point where you were where I was, right? It was not a good place to be, a dark place. I don't like that place. I don't want to go back there. And so it's those lifestyle practices, daily practices. And here's the reason why you need to focus on daily lifestyle practices. Not just waiting until you're burnt out and exhausted and you're like, you have no other choice, right? So your hormones are dropping starting in your late 30s, which makes your body even more sensitive to stress, which means you literally cannot handle the things that you used to handle. So if 10 years ago you were going like you are now, so let's say you could do all this stuff 10 years ago and you're like, why can't I do it now? I don't understand. Well, it's because your body is saying, honey, you need to slow down. And unless you take a moment and stop and pay attention, you're going to have all sorts of problems later on in life. Okay? Right now, if you're in your late 30s, early 40s, 50s, 60s, and you're less sensitive to, you're less resistant to stress, your body is pumping out more cortisol. It just is. Your hormones are dropping. You got more cortisol flowing through your body. You're stressed out. You're doing all the things. You're all crazy, going 100 miles an hour. What's happening? It is making you gain more belly fat, right? And maybe you're noticing this. What's happening is it's throwing your insulin off. So you feel more hungry than you used to. You're craving more carbs. You're craving more sugar. And your body is just storing more fat. So I want you to stop for a moment. Take a look at all these things I'm talking about. Are you like, oh, this makes sense? Now I understand why I'm struggling to get rid of that belly fat. Why I'm struggling to feel good. Why I'm struggling to see that scale move at all. So it's not just about burnout. Burnout is not just a mindset thing. It's not just something that's going on up here. It's actually a whole body hormonal thing that's going on. Again, as I mentioned in other podcasts, your body is changing. You have to learn to adapt. You cannot go and run your body ragged like you did when you were 20. You just cannot, unless you want to live a short life being miserable, okay? And this is what really frustrates me, okay? So women, because all they're focused on is the weight and the belly fat, right? They're trying to fix this. So what are they doing? They're doing more cardio, adding more cardio. They're dieting more. They're eating less. They're eating less carbs. They're pushing themselves harder and harder and harder and trying to add all this stuff on top. But when you're burned out and your hormones are all wonky and crazy, going up and down or they're dropping, that's the exact opposite of what your body needs. And that's when that weight creeps up or it doesn't go away. That's when you have absolutely no energy. Your sleep goes out the window. And maybe you're thinking, oh, well, maybe it's just because I'm getting old. But I want you to keep in mind, this isn't just about age. Yes, age when it comes to hormones, because your hormones are dropping, but it's not because you're getting old. It's because you're not listening to your body. It's about not paying attention to what your body actually needs right now. So what can you do to prevent burnout? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about. These are simple things that you can put into play. First and foremost, you need to start by supporting your cortisol rhythm by going to bed earlier and getting morning sunlight. Now, when I say bed earlier, that doesn't mean you need to go to bed at 6 p.m., sorry. That means that you have to be in bed before 10:30. That's that circadian rhythm. We want to get in a nice rhythm, right? Before 10:30, lights out. That doesn't mean climb to bed. It means lights out, go to bed. And in the morning, as soon as you can, get some sunlight on your face. Whether it's sitting at your desk in your office, whether it's driving to work, letting the sun be on your face, whether it's standing outside with your cup of coffee, that's going to help make you fall asleep at night, okay? So supporting your cortisol and your circadian rhythm. You have to support your sleep. When you get better sleep, you know it, you get everything else is easier. Okay? That's number one. My sleep, non-negotiable. My sleep routine, my sleep schedule, non-negotiable. It drives people crazy. I don't care. It's how I thrive. You also need to make sure you're eating enough calories. I've said this over and over again. You need to make sure you're eating enough food to fuel your body. Make sure you're eating enough protein to supply your body to help to support muscle growth or muscle maintenance, because you're losing that, right? And yes, you do need your carbs. You need your carbs, right? I'm not talking about pizza and pasta. I'm talking about brown rice, potatoes, vegetables, all those. Your body needs them, so make sure you're not getting rid of them. You need to breathe deeply and often. It's ironic because sometimes I'll feel when I'm tight here and I'm get stressed out, even at my desk, I'll sit here and I'll kind of hunch over and I'm trying to get something done and I find I'm not even breathing. Maybe I'm going, short little breaths. That's not good. What it does is it just causes your body more stress. So dropping the shoulders, breathing through your belly, big inhale, hold, exhale. If you do that one time, you can feel your body relax. Now, maybe if you have never done it before and your body doesn't know how to respond, you might need to do it a few more times. Easy. It's such a small, easy thing to do, but it's intentional because it actually helps to regulate your nervous system. Calms your entire system down. This is the number one thing that you could do in your car when you're driving home, when you're driving to work, before you get out of bed, before you go to bed, before you sit down and eat your dinner, whenever. Just breathe. You're having a fight with your kid before you say anything. Okay, now we can have a talk. Now we can talk, right? Simplest thing you can do. You can do it every single day. Just breathe deeper and often. Another thing you can do is create some space in your day. Just 10 minutes. That's what I tell my clients. Self-care or stress care time. I like stress care better. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You can find 10 minutes anywhere. Take a 10-minute break from work. Get up and stretch. Walk around the building. Do some breathing. Listen to a meditation. Just be. Sit out in the sun. See, like all these, you could do a couple of these all together. You could sit outside, sun on your face, and do some deep breathing. There, you get a few things done all at once. Then go in and eat a nice healthy breakfast. Or eat your breakfast before, right? 10 minutes every single day. Another one that I keep hearing about, and I've tried myself and it works amazing, is lay on the floor with your feet up the wall. What this does is now make sure you're not like stressed out and thinking about your to-do list and on your phone. Just sit there, feet up the wall. What this does is it activates your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your rest and digest mode. When you're burned out, you live in fight or flight, right? And this, by putting those feet up, it tells your body you're safe. It's okay to relax. If you're finding that you're also having problems with digestion, like eating and you get bloated every time, you can either do it before or after you eat. Just sit there, legs up the wall for about 10 minutes and then eat. That can help your body to digest your food. You can do the deep breathing before you eat to help your body digest the food instead of being in a stressed out state. Again, so many of these things you can do all together, right? And the last thing is say no to something that does not bring you joy. You do not have to be the person that does everything for everyone else. It is okay to say no. When I learned and I stopped feeling guilty when I said no, amazing. I was always doing things for people that did not serve me. And I'm not saying, there's times, yes, somebody needs help and maybe you don't feel like doing it, but you'll do it. But if there's something simple as, oh, do you want to go for lunch? But you don't have time because you're doing this and this and you're trying to squeeze it in and it's making you feel more stressed out to do it, it's not worth it. It's not going to be enjoyable. Wait. Find a time that works maybe a month later. I schedule my get-togethers with people a month in advance because then it's on my schedule and I'm not over-scheduling things, right? So protect your energy to fill up your cup because that's what we need to focus on. That's what we're not doing. We're not doing anything for us. We're doing everything for everyone else. So, like I said, these are things you can do on a daily basis, every single day. Simple. Did you see? I didn't ask you to work out. I didn't ask you to eat 3 meals and track your foods. I didn't ask you to, what else? Drink your water. Drink your water, yes. Simple. Breathe. Put your feet up the wall. Get some sun on your face. Go to bed at a decent time. Eat to fuel your body. Take 10 minutes for yourself every single day and breathe. And maybe I said that again, but you know what? Simplest thing you do. Just breathe. Maybe if you can't do them all, choose one. Practice it for a week. Every single day. I'm going to put my feet up the wall before I go to bed 10 minutes every single night as I'm watching TV. I'm going to do that. Okay, great. It's a habit. What can I add next? Oh, you know what? Before I sit down to eat dinner, I'm going to take some nice deep breaths. Or on my way to work, I'm going to take some nice deep breaths. Practice that for a week. Add another one, okay? Make these lifestyle habits, just like you brush your teeth every single day. I bet you don't climb in bed without brushing your teeth because it's important to you. These things should be important to you as well. You don't need a supplement. You don't need a magic diet. You just need to let your body know that it's safe and it's okay. And then what happens is your body feels safe. It starts releasing the fat that it's been holding on to for survival because you're putting it into survival mode. Your sleep improves, the cravings go away, you have better energy. You just start to feel like you again. And then you can get back to doing all the things that need to be done. When I came back from my trip, I was like, all right, I'm on fire. Which again, I go, boom, jump back in. Should have eased in a little bit. We did plan it so that we came back on a Saturday, so we had Sunday, which was so nice because then I had time to ease into my week. But the thing is, I felt rejuvenated. I felt renewed, and I don't want to have to wait every 3 months that we go away to do that. So instead, putting these practices in every single day is going to keep my body so it doesn't get to that burnout stage. So I don't end up in the hospital. So I don't end up taking my adrenals, getting sick, whatever it may be. I'm pretty sure that's why I was sick for 2 weeks over Christmas, because I had been going hard since we moved into the house in August, 100 miles an hour. And my body finally said, guess what? You're taking some time off. You're going to be sick. And I was. And it was horrible. So I don't want to get to that place anymore. I need to practice these things just as much as you do. And I know how easy it is to push yourself to the bottom of that list. I do it all the time. But I'm getting better at it. And I'm putting these things into practice, right? Because you cannot keep pouring from an empty cup. Your health is the foundation for everything. For everything. When you take care of you, everything you care about will benefit. Your family, your relationships, your friendships, your work, just everything, your body. So this is your permission to slow down. Listen to your body and do what it needs. Okay? Hopefully that helps everyone. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it did, let me know. Send me a comment. Send me a message. Let me know, wow, you know what? Thank you for this, because I've been there too. I appreciate you all. Thanks for joining me. Again, share this everywhere. I appreciate that. And until next time. I hope this episode today resonated with you, and if it did, I would love for you to share it on your stories and tag me on Instagram or Facebook. A review would be appreciated too. Your reviews and shares not only help us to grow, but they give other women who are struggling through their menopausal years hope that they don't have to continue living the way that they do. Your questions and experiences are also so helpful in giving me subjects to talk about, so feel free to reach out to me anytime on Facebook or Instagram with anything. I would love to help.